Here we have the all-new 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ. This one comes in the Sport 2 trim level in Summit White. We have the camellia leather interior, 2 electric motors, 1 on each axle, and then we're supposed to get up to 460 miles of range on a charge with this Escalade IQ. So pretty hefty in more than one way. To the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights. I just have the daytime running lights on so you can kind of see the presence this thing has just coming down the road with no lights on. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful SUV here. And down here we get these standard 24-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on the front. And then our memory seat functions, heated cooled seats, power seat controls, and we do get massage function with 4-way power lumbar support. We get one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors, power folding side mirrors with blind spot monitors, power door lock controls, and then that's our door handle there. And as you can see, it tried to close the door on me because these close and open automatically. But AKG 36 speaker sound system there. Suspension can be adjusted there. We do have air ride as well as magnetic ride control. And this is for the front, that's for the trunk. Power tilt telescoping steering wheel. And there's the seat itself. Love this interior, and I love how they put the speakers in the actual headrest there. Now, one thing I'm curious about is how much it would cost to actually have one of those replaced if for whatever reason they were to go out. And I like that we have the turn signals integrated right here. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna show you that real quick. So interesting place to put the light. Now let's see if I can do this correctly. So that's how you close it or open it. Then you can hit it again, closes by itself. So it's a nice function to have. There's the front. And I don't know where the charger is to this, but it's somewhere. Then you do have a 120 volt outlet up here, mostly just for charging a laptop or something like that. But I also like that you get the tie downs here if you wanted to put something in here that you didn't want to have moving around. But other than that, windshield wiper fluid goes there. Everything else is pretty non-existent up front because the motor's underneath all of that. At least the front motor is. And then it closes back. You just want to hold it. You can just click it once to open, but to close it, you do have to hold it all the way down until it clicks. But I want to give a huge thanks to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Escalade IQ Sport 2. I'll leave a link below in the description, but if you're looking to find the best possible price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But that doesn't get old. Love doing that. Apologize for the wind in advance. Now, I do like that function. It's very nice. But this does have the optional rear entertainment system. Highly recommend it. You get Hulu, YouTube, HDMI, and then you have your vehicle status here, and you can kind of see what's going on from the back if you care. But what's really neat about this is you can connect it to that Wi-Fi hotspot to get access to all of this. Now down here, these are going to be the second row climate controls. So 3-stage heated seats, outboard, and then you can adjust fan speed, temperature, and all of that for the second or third row. The vents for the second row are integrated here. And then down here, 3-prong plug-in, 2 HDMI ports, 2 USB-C ports, and then bottle holders right in there. And there's a quick glance at that 55-inch screen that we'll get into after a while. And there is the fixed glass roof. There's the third row. USB-C port and the bottle holder on either side. And I also like the integration of the armrest here. I wonder if there's space for something back there. Let's see if I can fit back here. Actually not too bad in terms of the space you get coming back to the third row. And then I can fit back here a little bit, but I can't fit all the way behind myself. I really just want to see. Yeah, I think this is just like an armrest, but there's a little storage back in there. I was hoping there was like a hidden tray back there, but no. Now these lights are soft touch, which is pretty neat. So you can adjust those. Now let's make our way towards the front. Well, the back. Whew. It's a tight squeeze back there. Now we do get that 800 volt charging system back here, so you get up to 350 kilowatts max charge speed if you're needing a fast charge for whatever reason. And then full LED lights on the back end here. So while that's coming up, there's a look underneath. Not much to see there with that battery pack being there. And here's a charger right here. So this is included with the vehicle. You can power fold the third row, and you can power release the second row. Now the seats in the second row do have to be up far enough to fold these flat, but they will do that. And you can fold them back up as well. Love having a 3-prong plug-in back here. Again, I apologize for the wind. I feel like whenever I get out of a vehicle, it's like it decides to pick up. Now you can fold this flat or hit it a second time, tumble it forward if you so choose. Let me roll this up before I forget. I keep wanting to close the door, but I just rather do that. That's more fun. Now I reviewed, I think it was a Sport 1 a while ago, and I just really like the Sport 2 with what all it has to offer in terms of the luxury amenities. Like having the soft closed doors that open with the touch of a button, having the heated cooled seats with massage function. It's just very, very tasteful. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat, take a quick look at this radio system. Well, thank you, Escalade IQ. All right, so leather wrap steering wheel here, Super Cruise indicator there, Super Cruise sensor here. There's the horn. Now to the radio, I'm only gonna go through a little bit. You get AM, FM, XM. You have a Google Assistant system, so you have access to Alexa, Google Maps, etc., the Play Store. Now this is pretty important. This charging menu here kind of shows you when to charge the vehicle, how to set all of that up, what to charge it to. You can make a schedule and go through your settings there. Ambient lighting, auto park assist, the entertainment hub. Hit this here and you can turn that screen on or off and set that up. Backup cameras there, you get the bird's eye view. Front camera there. Overhead, side view, hitch view, all of that. And then your glove compartment, hit that button down below. Opens that up. And then you can also activate your one pedal here. Now me personally, I always like to have my drive modes kind of set up in sport, but you can have Tour, Sport, Snow and Ice, Tow Haul, or the My mode. You also have that VMAX as well, which gives you the maximum power output. Trailer brake controllers here. Now, there's the view behind the screen. You have a little bit of space there if you want to hide a phone or something. But here we have the dual zone automatic climate controls for the front, access to the second row, third row, all of that there. You also have access to the seat controls, which is pretty neat if you want to use the screen instead of the buttons that are typically on the side doors. Heated steering wheel right there too. Set up your massage right there. Memory seats, all that's right in here. So again, there's quite a bit that you can do from these screens. Like child safety locks right in here. The power window lockout is there. parking, motion sensors, all this stuff. So it's just so much you can do. And then this is actually how you open and shut the door from the screen if you don't want to have to hit the handle there. You know, the charge port, lock, unlock, all that. So much to do. Garage door transmitters are here, your heads-up display controls are here, the rear steering, lights. Now volume knob is here, we can adjust that. Click there to mute. And then you can use this as a scroll bar to go through the radio if you want to do that instead of using the touch screen. It's easier for me, I have longer arms, but if you have shorter ones, it might be easier to use this knob instead of having to reach all the way to that screen, even though this is in a pretty good position. 2 wireless charging pads, bottle holders here, center console cubby space. You get 2 USB-C ports and a 12 volt, and then an HDMI port. And I think that's another USB-C port over there. So that's kind of what you can use for that screen there. Rear camera mirror, hazards, OnStar. Let's look at the back seat from up here. Now back to the steering wheel, stalks on the left side, windshield wiper fluid, push that button there. Wipers, rear wipers, and then fluid there for the back. High beam toggle, you can flash there. And then for the shifter, it's on the column, so hit the brake, pull for neutral, pulling up for reverse, pulling down for drive, press on the side here for park, and then regen on the fly, paddle right there. Now gap adjust for the adaptive cruise can be adjusted here. You can set the actual speed here, cancel the cruise, turn the cruise on or off there, and then when the cruise is on, you can turn the super cruise on right there. Voice recognition mute. Scroll bar here turns on you have 4 different menus you can choose from: the gauge, Google Maps, driver assistance, or night vision. And then that's also a check when you click on it, volume. And then you can go through the audio sources, track lists, or radio station favorites there. So very interesting. You can see the view I have, and it's showing me those 2 trucks right there. So it's definitely pretty accurate, it seems to me. But heads-up display right in there. It doesn't flash like that. That's just how it's getting picked up by the camera. And then we don't have push button start here. So when you hop in, basically as soon as it senses the key fob, you're good to go. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Escalade IQ Sport 2 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Escalade IQ, sport mode here is so quick. You can just pull out of the parking lot and give it a little bit and it's good to go. But I'm gonna put it into the V Max mode coming out of this corner. And it's just so quick, it's effortless. So I'm gonna see if I can give myself a little bit of room to give it a nice pull here. Looks like nobody's behind me, so we're gonna floor it here in a sec. Just need to give myself a little space. Here we go. Wow, goodness gracious. Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. Wow, very impressed by that. So we're gonna turn the VMAX off now. See if we can get over to activate the Super Cruise. All right, I don't know why the adaptive cruise was off. Maybe I did something, but now that's on. We can activate the Super Cruise. So lane centering, adaptive cruise, everything's activated here. Indicator is green. Ride is fantastic, absolutely fantastic here. But having the air ride and then the magnetic ride control really just makes this ride almost as good as a typical Escalade. Now, with the lower center of gravity, having the giant battery pack and all of that, the ride's not gonna be super smooth, but very close, very, very close. And honestly, to go electric, I wouldn't be disappointed having this ride as opposed to one in a regular Escalade. Because I'd rather get 460 miles of charge on a battery as opposed to 14 miles a gallon in the city, especially when gas is $3 or more. But, you know, it's all preference. I prefer the performance of the electric vehicles as opposed to the gas power ones. Now, of course, the sound you get from the 6.2 V8 is nice, but again, I'd just rather have this setup. But big thanks to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Escalade IQ today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But these are just such cool vehicles. The Silverado EV, the Sierra EV, this Escalade IQ, even the Lyric. I'm so impressed with how the manufacturers are bringing these to market, and they're having some of the coolest technology in terms of lane centering, the screens, just all the features that come with having an EV, but specifically the self-driving ones. They just make driving one of these that much easier, which is kind of crazy because the charging infrastructure for non-Teslas is just not great. So to even enjoy the Super Cruise and everything, you still have to plan your trip and do all of that because there aren't chargers everywhere. Now, I have a Mach-E, and mine, I can actually go to Tesla chargers and use, I have Electron charging adapter, so I can plug it into the Tesla charger and then plug it right up to my Mach-E and get what I typically get in terms of charging speeds from the Electrify America charging network. So that definitely helps me on longer road trips. And then just having Blue Cruise and, you know, the co-pilot system on the Mach-E is so great, so helpful for those, again, longer road trips. But here, what makes GM's, especially the Ultium battery vehicles, what makes them so great is you have a 3-row SUV, very roomy, very capable, that you can still get 460 miles on a charge with. And the same thing with the Silverado EVs, the Sierra EVs, just having the giant battery packs that just allow you to go so many places without having to stop and charge. It's just great. But in terms of this Sport 2, tons of features, tons of amenity, and with 2 electric motors, tons of power. With all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ Sport 2.